Prismax was founded in 2005, and we actually started out as an animation studio for the event industry. We created background visuals for fashion shows, festivals. We toured with a lot of DJs in the past 15 years, creating their visuals and operating their shows live. But we also did like big building projections. That was a very important part of our business. But then the pandemic hit the world, and the whole event industry came to a halt. And we were like, yeah, what are we going to do now? So we decided to reinvent ourselves and invest a lot of time in using real-time software, real-time visualization software, a game engine actually called Unreal Engine. So we decided to spend a lot of time researching it and trying to apply it to new technologies to make our first steps into the metaverse. So we gave one of our biggest customers that we were servicing before the pandemic was Tomorrowland. It's a famous festival in Belgium. And we told them like, yeah, guys, maybe it's an idea to do your festival virtually because of the pandemic, it cannot happen. So they said like, yeah, okay, let's show us what you can do. So we engineered a demo in 2 weeks, and they were shocked that this kind of level of realism was possible. So they decided to go ahead, and in 4 months we developed and built the first version of a virtual Tomorrowland. After that we did 2 other virtual Tomorrowlands, and interest came from the rest of the world. We did a big festival in Mexico, which we transformed also into a virtual world. And then we caught the eye of the people at the Dubai Expo, for who we did the shows at the Infinite Nights, which was a mix between a digital intro for each big artist that was coming, and then a real show with a big projection mapping on the Al Wasl Dome. So there we spent about 4 to 5 months working on these shows. And now we're here today in Dubai. We're partnering with Seed.
Prismax offers a wide variety of products and services. Mainly before the pandemic, we were focused on live entertainment and broadcast, where we had festivals, live shows, B2B events, corporate events, fashion shows and all that. And we created linear video content. During pandemic, we had a chance to reinnovate ourselves. We were working a lot with real-time engines, and from there grew a passion of like, how can we create certain experiences online, especially with the metaverse right around the corner, how we can cater to that industry. And that's where our main goal lies now, because we feel like this is going to be the future for a lot of us. The new generations that are growing up will spend a lot of time in a digital world or digital equivalent to the world. And that's where our business ventures will lie in the future. Especially with digital twins, people that love to visit certain parts of the world but can't due to any reasons, there are plenty, and have a feel like, okay, I can go visit this extraordinary place, this museum or this place in the world where I normally couldn't go to, and now I get a chance to see it for myself, or I have like a close to real experience. So we feel like this is where it's heading towards. Our expertise runs deep in a few things. We have a lot of expertise within live entertainment. We know how to be quick on our feet, to adapt to a never-changing environment. We know what makes people feel good. You know, entertainment is all about giving people those little goosebumps, and we have that expertise, and we try to pour it now into like metaverse applications, where it's not only about meeting people, but it's also about the experience. How are people experiencing certain parts of the metaverse and events happening in there, but how can we make them special, that you don't forget about these things and you want to come back? I think that's where the real power lies of how we're gonna develop this technology further within the future. We think Dubai is the perfect place for innovation, especially now. We see that there's a lot of attention towards the metaverse, and people here really believe this is the future. And that's the most important thing. If people believe it, then it will happen. So we think that this is the perfect timing for us to develop our business within the Middle East, and especially Dubai, because there's a big demand for it. Even if some people don't know it yet, this will grow immensely and exponentially during these years. And with our expertise from back before COVID and the stuff that we know now, I'm sure we can create amazing experiences that are out of this world.
After our work at Dubai Expo, we really noticed like this is a market where we want to be present. This is where we want to be right now. And I think Seed is like an excellent partner just to bring us in contact with the right decision makers, not to lose any time trying to close a deal, getting in touch with the right people immediately, just to work extremely efficiently and be very successful in this market. We always loved Dubai. I mean, except for working here, we also did a few holidays here. It's a great environment. I mean, the Emirate really breeds opportunity. I think it's a great space to develop our skills and to build our business, because there's just so much happening here, much more than in other parts of the world. So for us, Dubai was choice number one to expand to. Well, I think it's a very young technology. Yeah, it all got sped up really fast because of the pandemic. Companies like us, we just completely started working on metaverse in real-time software. And I think we're just at the start. I think it's going to be a very important part of everybody's lives. Having augmented reality, virtual reality, experiences in the metaverse. I think that the companies that are going into it right now, they're really pioneers and they're setting the tone for everybody. But I think it's going to grow. I mean, there's going to be a second world, which is completely digital next to the real world, where you can connect with people that physically you would not be able to travel to sometimes. Now you can just connect with everybody in this new world. I think, well, we have years and years of experience now inside the metaverse, building these worlds for customers, creating digital twins. We really have a bit of an advantage, I think, over our competition, because at the start of the pandemic we were so invested and we really immediately got the right jobs to develop our skills even more. So I think it's very important for us to bring these skills to this market, and then we can also, of course, bring our traditional, more traditional video content creation services and building projection, like projections, mapping services. I think that is very important for us to bring that here.